Good evening, everybody, and a happy new year. I'm just going to give it a few minutes while we're just waiting for some people to log on. So I can see that lots of people are logging on, which is good. Hope everybody's having a good week. Bit of a blustery week in the UK at the minute. So tonight, everybody is logging on to find out how to generate an income through establishing a gel drinker base of 25 people just by recommending one product of over 200 products that we've got as a company. So just give it another 30 seconds. I'd normally just dive straight into this, but I have been told to just wait and just to let a couple of people log on. So we'll just give it a few seconds and then we will make a start. So I hope everybody can see and hear me. Okay, a couple of people are raising their hands. That's good. That means that you can all see and hear me. Brilliant. I am from Liverpool. I will try and talk a little bit slower than I usually do. Just going to give it another 20 seconds and then we will make a start. I'm going to start off by just sharing a little bit about me and how I joined the company. So we're going to make a start. So thank you for joining in this first webinar. We're going to kickstart the year with my favourite product, which is the Aloe Gel. So my name is Emma Spruill, and I've been in the business for 3.5 years now. And my background is teaching. I was a teacher for 18 years. It was a job that I absolutely loved, and I still love it. I've just changed my classroom. So I was a teacher for 18 years and I was also a mum of 3, and I was finding the pressures of education and the pressures of Ofsted, expected to do more for less. And it really wasn't becoming a child-friendly option anymore for working as a busy mum. And I was finding that I was spending more time with other people's children than I was my own. So I was introduced to the products first of all, and I became a huge fan of this product here, the Aloe Vera Gel. And I drank it for a considerable time. And then I was offered the business opportunity by the person who I was getting some of the products from. And when I joined the business, I thought that maybe in a couple of years it could get me out of a job that I was becoming really unhappy with. But what I found was working my business quite part-time, probably in 5 to 7 hours, alongside a career, that I was able to not fully match my income at the time, but when I didn't have to pay childcare, I didn't have to pay breakfast club and after school club with 3 daughters, it made sense for me to walk away from my job. So I've been doing Forever now for 2.5 years full time, as in I've walked away from my teaching job and I now do this business full time and I absolutely love it. The business has given me an opportunity to teach other people, more adults rather than children, and it's allowing me to travel the world. So I've recently just come back from Thailand, where I was one of the Eagle managers that flew out there with quite a few other people in the UK, and it was brilliant. And my first tip, although I'm here today and tonight to talk about how you can build a business based on gel drinkers, my top tip would be to go for Eagle Manager, because it brings you in a really steady income and it allows you to mix with lots of other FBOs from around the world. So that's my story, but it's my absolute pleasure tonight to talk about really how I've built my business up. So if we just go on to the first slide. So first of all, I just want to share a couple of things with you that you might not be aware of. I hope that you all are, but we've currently got a competition, Aloe Around the World. And what's it about? It's going to run for the whole of January, and it's to raise brand awareness of our, best-selling product. So what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to take a bottle of aloe vera, either this one, the berry or the peach, and just to hold it up in front of an iconic building or an iconic place somewhere where you live, and to post that onto social media and to use the hashtag Aloe Around the World and also the hashtag Contest. So you can see there's lots of examples of it. There's like, you know, Sydney Harbour Bridge, there's loads in exotic locations, but you know what? Whatever your home is, show your aloe in front of your home place. For me, it is Liverpool. So don't forget to use those hashtags, aloe around the world and contest, and 5 winners will be chosen. Another winner was announced today, and there will be 3 more winners in each country throughout the whole of January. So 3 more chances to win. And you can win a backpack, a forever backpack. It's absolutely great. I've got one. I take it away all the time when we go away. It's got a solar panel in. It can charge your phone. It's not just like a normal backpack. So start entering these competitions. Somebody has to win them, and it might be you. But if you don't enter it, then you're never going to get a chance to win. The second competition and the second thing that the Forever are organising for the first 3 months of the year is a business building competition. So if you like competitions, if you're a little bit competitive like I am, then running from the 1st of January to the 31st of March is a competition where you have got to sponsor people into the business, but not only sponsor them, you're to get them up and running as soon as possible, and to try and get them as many gel drinkers or C9 sales. Any product that we sell that's got aloe vera in, whether it's the berry and the plain or the peach, that can give you a really good chance to win an iPad or an Apple Watch. And there's going to be 2 winners in each country. So keep an eye out on that. Check out the newsletters, because there is a link in those newsletters where you can find out exactly where you are. But it's about working with the new people who you introduce in those first 3 months. So what you all want to know is how I've built a business just on this. And there really is no secret. All I do is I talk to people about the benefits of drinking aloe vera. So the best place to start that off, and whether you've been in the business for 2 weeks, whether you've been in the business for 10 months, whether you've been in the business for 10 years, the best thing and the best way to get your initial gel drinkers is to have a product launch. And I'm going to admit, I didn't have a product launch till about 7 months into business. Had I done one when I first started, I might have got to manage it a little bit more quickly. So when I do a launch for a new team member, I don't go there with the intention of trying to recommend all of the products in the Start Your Journey pack. What I am looking for is gel drinkers, and I'm looking for a minimum of 3 gel drinkers, because what's that going to do is it's going to give 3 people an opportunity of who you know a chance to feel the benefits of the aloe vera. And if they like it, if they start to feel the benefits, what you're going to see is a knock-on effect, because those people are going to tell other people about the gel that they are drinking. And what I also encourage you to do is, whoever you are hosting your product launch for, which is the person who's joined the business, get them to share their testimonial, because you've heard it all before. Facts tell. So I can tell you as many facts about this aloe vera as, you know, I can till the cows come home, but stories sell. So facts tell, stories sell, and I'm sure you've heard that before. And then at the end of the launch, when I go through the gels, I get people trying them. We do boomerangs. We just make it really fun. And what I do is I always say to people, do you prefer the sweet or do you prefer the tangy? And I offer them the peach or the berry first. Once they've had a shot of the peach and the berry, then I will go in and I'll offer them the plain, and then I'll offer people the freedom who prefer that. But what I always say at the end of a launch is I put a killer question out there, and I say, as much as I love all of these products here that I've demonstrated tonight, as much as I love the tooth gel, as much as I love the moisturizer, the one thing that I would urge you all, if you're going to purchase anything tonight, is to go with the aloe vera drink. That's what I encourage people to do. So when I go to do somebody's launch, what I'm looking for is to get that FBO running and get them a handful of gel drinkers. You don't need to do these launches by yourself. You can contact your upline or someone who's near to you and get them to come and do a launch for you. So make sure you get lots of questionnaires completed at the launch, and make sure you follow those up. And anyone who's asked to sample an experience pack, or a pup as we used to call them, then make sure that when you go and connect with that person and offer them an experience pack, make sure that you take along the gels again, let them try them all again, give them all a little shot and talk about the benefits. talk about the benefits, but listen to what the people are saying as well when you go and offer those experience packs. So that's the benefit of getting a gel customer base based on a product launch. But how are you going to retail our forever aloe drinks? Well, what I do is I speak to everybody. I speak to people at the school gate. I spoke to people when I was still working. And at that time, I didn't do something like aloe bars because I was still working full time and I didn't have the time to put in and do events like I can do now. So I was trying to think about, looking back when I first started and I was working full time, how did I build up those initial gel drinkers? And that was because I was drinking it. I was drinking it long before I joined the business, and I felt huge benefits from it. And it just starts with a simple conversation. Hiya, how are you? And people will tell you a couple of things, but we've got one set of lips and we've got two ears, and it's important to listen to people to find out what's going on in their lives and to see if we can offer them a solution to something that they might be struggling with. So put yourself in places where people can taste the aloe. I often think that, you know, as much as social media is fantastic and we've got customer groups and we've got Instagram accounts, as much as all of that is fantastic, people can't taste the aloe vera through social media. So what we need to do is we need to get out and in front of people. And what I do now that I'm doing the business full time and I've left my job, I do regular aloe bars. And I do that for a couple of reasons. I do that because there's nothing more that I enjoy than being in front of people and sharing the benefits of drinking aloe. And, you know, even though I've been doing that for 2.5 years, I would say that 9 out of 10 people that I speak to at aloe bars did not know that you can drink it. So it's a monkey see, monkey do business. You know, if we as leaders don't do aloe bars, how can we expect our team to do that? And I've got an incredible team at the minute who all are out there doing events, doing aloe bars, and that's because I do them. It's a monkey see, monkey do business. So carry the aloe with you. So, you know, if you're not in a position to do a regular monthly aloe bar, then carry the aloe with you, put it in your hand, get one of the mini bottles of aloes and fill it with water once you've finished it and carry it round. You know, you've heard of people carrying C9s around. Why not carry a bottle of aloe vera around? Recently, what I've started doing because of the competition, and you never know where you're going to be, is I've got an empty litre just on my dashboard. So it's led to a few conversations. So when I've been at the school and I've parked up and people have walked past and they said, oh, what's that yellow thing in your car? And that's an opportunity for you to have a conversation. It's never been easier with the minis, and make sure that you've got every flavour in your fridge. Now, some of you may agree, some of you may disagree with the next thing that I'm going to say, but I don't deliver any of my customers' orders. I like my customers to come to me. And that was probably because when I first joined the business, I didn't have time to deliver anything. I didn't have time to go to people's houses. My time was precious. So people have always been in they always know that if they want something from me, they have to come and pick it up. So when people come to my house, if they're coming to pick up a tooth gel, a moisturiser, a bag of super greens, a bag of RG, I'll always invite them in. I always know that they're coming because they'll drop me a message and I pretend that I can't find their order or I'll pretend that I've put it somewhere else. That then gives me an opportunity to say, no, just come in, just step inside. I bring them into the kitchen and I open my kitchen fridge and I take out all 4 aloes. And I say to them, you've never tried this, have you? Would you like to have a shot? And you'll see some of them go, oh no, what does it taste like? Is it not nice? And I say to them, do you want to have a shot of it? It's not that bad. My children drink it. And if my children can drink it, I'm sure you can drink it. And that's what we do. We have a little conversation. I give them all a little shot of aloe and they go away. They may not order it right there and then, but what they've done is they've tasted it. And I sometimes think that that can be the biggest off-put for people because they don't actually know what it tastes like and they think that it's going to be really thick and gloopy. Well, if you drink the aloe vera, and I hope that you all do, you'll know that it's so easy to drink. Even the plain is so easy to drink now. So that's how you're going to retail your aloe vera drinks. You're going to offer people a chance to try it. You're going to carry them around with you. If you're in work, take them into work. I spoke to one of my new team members last night. She works full time. And I said to her, take the mini aloes into work, take them in, take a few shot cups, take it out and say, you know, does anyone want to try some of this? And that's all you've got to do. Just get it in front of people. So the power of regular gel drinkers. So I did a sizzle at the start of the year. I know that lots of you have been going to a lot of the Kickstarts that have been happening last weekend. And what I did one in my home, and I had about 18 people come round to my kitchen. Because they say we can build a business around a kitchen table. So what I did before our sizzle, I made a list of the first 17 people who'd contacted me since the 1st of January and had placed their regular order. This is not all of my gel drinkers. This is just the first 17 who've placed an order. Now, you've got to remember that I've been in business for 3.5 years and I've built up a lot of gel drinkers. I've built up a lot of referrals. So, you know, I've got a lot of gel drinkers, but that's because I'm constantly looking for new gel drinkers each and every single month. Even now, I still do 3 regular aloe bars. And I know that you're going to hear more about that next week. So there's my list of 17 gel drinkers, the first 17 who bought them. And I know that by the end of this year, some of those people are going to end up joining our business. 1, because they've fallen in love with the products. 2, because they will have referred a couple of people to me. And once people refer 1 or 2 people to me and say, my friend would really like to start drinking the aloe, I say to them, listen, this is crazy. You could be saving 35% on what you're buying from me every single month. And plus, if you found 2 more people to drink it, you'd be getting your gel for free. And that sticks with people, and people remember that. So the second clipboard that you can see is the people who joined me in 2019. So that's just this year just gone. I think about 20 people joined my team personally, so were direct to me. And out of those 2019 people that did join me, 18 people joined me last year. I've just looked at the slide. 7 were my gel drinkers, and I know that more gel drinkers are going to join me this year. And that's why I still go out each and every single month and do those regular aloe bars, because I know in time that those gel drinkers are going to join me. But just looking at those 17 gel drinkers, assuming that they just drink one of these, a plain, a berry or a peach, and as you can see, some of them are freedom drinkers, just my first 17 gel drinkers, based on 2 litres a month, bring me in 3.4 case credits every single month. That's just by ordering 1 product. Now, I can look down that list there, and I know that at least half of them buy a couple of other things off me. They'll buy a toothpaste every couple of months. They'll buy a shampoo every 3 or 4 months off me. Some of them will buy a bag of protein shakes, the ultralight. They'll buy them maybe in January, maybe in the summer. So that is just from 1 product, just from that aloe vera, buying 2 of those a month. That brings me in 3.4 case credits each and every single month. But I want to talk about a retail income just based on 25 gel drinkers, because if you've got 25 gel drinkers, and assuming none of them drink the Freedom, which you may have a few Freedom drinkers, that's 50 bottles a month. And assuming that they purchase the mini aloe, and here's another top tip, if you've got gel drinkers, try to convert them to the mini aloe, because you get more case credits by the mini aloes than you do these big litre bottles. So all of my gel drinkers now, they all drink the mini aloe, unless they really don't like the mini bottles, but nobody said that to me so far. They all prefer them because they're easier to store, they taste fresher. But based on 25 gel customers purchasing 50 bottles a month, and they order the mini aloe, that will bring you in 5 case credits a month. Just think about that for a minute. 5 case credits a month based on 1 product looking after a handful of customers. But I'm a manager. You might be an assistant supervisor. You might be a supervisor. You might be an assistant manager. So that first column there where it says £84 to £110, that is what we get by placing a 1 case credit order. So me as a manager, I make £110 profit just by placing a 1 case credit order. So let's take that to a month. If you were an assistant supervisor, you could be earning £420 a month just by looking after 25 gel drinkers. That's £5,000 a year. Now, I know for me, as you know, a family of 5, I've got 3 daughters, £5,000 a year could pay for us to have a 2-week all-inclusive holiday somewhere like Mallorca. I'm a manager. I get £110 profit for every 1 case credit. So that's £550. But my job is no different from an assistant supervisor's job. I do exactly the same thing. I look after the same customers and I place the same order. But look at the difference in the figure at the end for the year. £6,600. That's a significant increase. It's an extra £1,600 just by doing the same job. So my other top tip this year is not to just be an assistant supervisor, is why not be a manager? Because if you can retail 5 case credits a month just from one product, you can teach people to do exactly the same. Now, I've only showed you the figures there of, you know, £6,600 a year compared to 5,000. Imagine that over 5 years. Imagine that over 10 years. You know, some people are working, you know, 40 hours a week to bring in not that less than what you can be bringing in just by looking after 25 gel drinkers. I just want to move on to the next slide. Before I answer any questions, what I want to share with everyone is what this business has done for me by building a business on 25 regular gel drinkers. I started with probably about 25 gel drinkers after a year in business. It's not something that you can do overnight. It's something that you have to work on. It's something that you've got to be consistent with, and it's something that you've got to do on a daily basis and make it just become part of what you naturally do. So by building up a regular gel-based business, on the 1st of every month or by the 5th, no later than the 5th, I am always 4cc active. What does that mean for me? Because I'm 4cc active just on gel drinkers, it means that I've got the rest of the month to focus on helping and developing our team. If I've also got the time to develop and bring in new people into the business. And what it's done is it's given me a really stable income. I've done 50 case credits now for nearly 2 years, which has given me a stable income. It allowed me to go away in December. I went away to Thailand for 10 days as part as Eagle Manager. I came back, I worked for 5 days, I did 1 event. And the 1 event that I did in December, I got 4 gel drinkers from it. So even in December, October, November, when I was doing all of those Christmas events, I had one intention on my mind, and that was to get gel drinkers. I wasn't going there to sell moisturizers. I wasn't going there to sell Christmas gifts. I was going there to get gel drinkers. And that's what our team did. Even in December, I think we sold over 300 litres of aloe vera just in December. So I came back from Thailand, I had a week at home, I was rushing around getting everything ready for Christmas. And then on the 27th of December, I went away for a week to Wales. And during December, I didn't worry about being 4 case credit active. I didn't worry about my team. I didn't worry about being 50 case credit active. So I stayed in the 50cc club, even though I didn't actually run my business for 3 weeks while I was away on holiday. And that's what building a gel based business can give you. It gives you security. It gives you a stable income, and you never worry about I never worry about my 4 case credits, because I always know that my gel drinkers are going to come and they're going to say, Emma, when are you placing your next order? I need some aloe. So let me have a look and see if I can answer any of the questions. Okay, so the first question, have you, from Katuska, I hope I've pronounced that right. Have you had any difficulty selling the drinking gels to older people? No, absolutely not. They tend to be my best customers. I would say that probably around about 60 to 70% of people who drink the aloe vera are older than me. So no, I never worry about selling to older people. And in fact, older people tend to have more of a disposable income because their mortgages are paid, their children have left home, and they tend to have a disposable income. So I hope that has answered your question. Someone anonymous, do people worry about the price of the minis, as over £60 seems a lot for people? When you've only got a couple of gel drinkers, yeah, the minis can be expensive. So what you need to do is you need to get more gel drinkers, so that what you can do is you can split a pack of 12. So people are not buying 4 litres of aloe at a time. what you can do is you can buy a pack of plain, and this is where you need to work together as a team. Hook up with your team, hook up with local FBOs, and say to everybody, you know, that you know, I'm placing an order of plain aloe. I need really 2 litres of berry and I need 2 litres of plain. Is anybody else placing an order? And that's something as a team we do really, really well. So just this week, I was placing an order for 12 plain. I only needed 9 and I needed 3 peach. And I said, has anybody got peach to swap? So that's what you need to do. So maybe at first, when you're building your gel drinkers up, maybe you need to go down the route of the litre bottles. But in time, once you get 9, 10, 11 gel drinkers, you'll be in a position where you can order the minis yourself and you'll be able to sort them out. Do you send a generic message to people about the gels? No, I never send any messages to people about the gels. I talk to people. I hope that's answered your question. And I talk to people at events. I just talk to people when I'm on the school run. I talk to people when I'm in shops. I just listen. I listen for conversations. I was in Aldi today and there was a guy walking around, and I think he was on the supplement aisle or something like that. He was looking for multivitamins. And I just said, oh, do you take any multivitamins? And he said, I'm just looking at these. I said, I don't take any multivitamins anymore. I drink something. And he said, oh, what's that? I said, I can send you some information about that if that's okay. And I connected with him on Facebook. What benefits do you sell it with? And also, where do you go for aloe bars? That's another anonymous. What benefits do you sell it with? I just say to people, how old do you think I am? And, you know, I get anything, you know, you can put on here, how old do you think I am? But I say to people, I tend to pull back my hair and I just say, look at my skin, how old do you think I am? Because drinking aloe vera is the best anti-aging secret weapon. Where do you go for aloe bars? Anywhere. You can go anywhere you want. For anywhere where there are people, you can do an aloe bar. You can do them in coffee shops. You can do them in gyms. You can do them in libraries, play groups. Anywhere, wherever there are people, you can do an aloe bar. Trying to think of the most unusual place where I've done an aloe bar. When I was in Dallas, when I went to Global Rally a couple of years ago, I set up an aloe bar in the hotel. I was talking to all of the reps from Forever who were seeing people on the coaches, and I took some of the aloe out and I started giving out shots to people. So anywhere, you can do them in the workplace, you can contact employers, anywhere. But speak to people. And again, my advice for aloe bars, do not send emails, do not phone up places, go in and speak to them in person. Do your customers, Angela Davison, do your customers buy a tray of 12 minis instead of a tray pack? What do you say about the cost difference? No, I've got no one who buys 12 minis at the minute. But I've got people that I can split the minis with. So I've got customers who drink, I've got quite a lot of ladies who drink berry. So I'll order 3 packs of the 12 mini berry in and then I'll split them. What did you say to your customers to get them to switch from 1 litre bottles to minis? I say that it's fresher. I say that they're easier to store. I think I've actually answered that question earlier on. But for me, the minis are easier because they fit in the side of your fridge. So my milk used to go there and, you know, that used to be on the fridge shelf and it took up a lot of space. But the minis can go in like the side cabinet of your fridge. So I actually think they're better. Great enthusiasm. Thanks, Emma. Are you recommending 60 ml or 120 ml? Well, it says on here that you can drink up to 120 ml. I drink probably 90 ml a day now. I've been drinking this for a long time. I drink 60 ml of this and 30 ml of the Freedom. But it depends why people are drinking it. So, you know, it's down to cost, isn't it? If customers can afford to drink 120 ml, then why not? What types of places do you do aloe bars? I think I've just answered that, Nikki. Where exactly do you hold these aloe bars? I've just said it. Gyms, coffee shops. I do a local independent coffee shop where I live in Liverpool. I just go in and I speak to the manager and ask them, could I come in and do an aloe bar? What places do you recommend to target? This is Jose. To target and host an aloe bar. Do you focus your aloe bar on aloe drinks only, or do you promote aloe products? If so, which ones would be good? No, when I do an aloe bar, I'm just there for one thing, to do the aloe. In January, I've done 2 and I've taken a C9 box. I'm not a massive C9 retailer because I just sell the gels. I'd rather have, you know, a customer ordering this every single month than a C9 customer who orders twice a year. In the summer, when I do aloe bars, I might take along the aloe jelly or the sunscreen. In the winter, I might take along some of the supplements, but no, you know, I'm there for just one thing. I'm there for just gel drinkers, rightly or wrongly. But yeah, you could take along a couple of other products. Debbie Nwangwa, do you send messages to people that don't live nearby to get them to try the gel? No, Debbie, no, you know me. No, I don't send messages to people. Now, I've got an Instagram page and people follow me on that, and I promote the aloe, and I do lots of Insta stories. But no, I don't send any messages out now. I prefer to just talk to people. How do you maintain your customers? Great question. How do I maintain my customers? I do lots of things. The Aloe Life magazine, I see my gel drinkers as an investment for my future. And I think if we can't spend, what are the Aloe Life magazines? 45 pence. So an average Aloe customer will bring you in around about £140 a year. That's if you're an assistant supervisor, £110, £140 the range is. If you can't invest 45 pence 4 times a year on an Aloe Life magazine, then you're missing a big trick. I have had some of my gel drinkers. I have had one of my gel drinkers. Is there a way of detecting who is more likely to continue placing orders, or a way to encourage people to continue if they are dubious? Right, I will never sell anybody 1 litre of aloe. I say to them, you've got to buy 3. And the reason why they've got to buy 3 is because it's like anything, it's got to get into your system. And I point blank refuse to sell anybody 1 litre of aloe. I say to them, if I'm in a gym, if I'm at an aloe bar, and they say, I just want 1. And I say to them, I'd rather lose a sale than you just buy 1, because if you buy 1 and you don't feel any benefit, that's more damaging to my business. So I say that to them, I'm quite honest, and say I'm not prepared to sell you 1. So yeah, I've lost sales before because I won't sell anybody 1 litre of aloe. Gillian, what do you do when people have been drinking the gel for a while but then stop buying it? I never worry, because they're going to come back, because they'll stop drinking it, they'll feel rubbish, they'll try something else, and they will come back. Trust me, they come back. Do you speak to people randomly about the gel? All the time. How do you start your conversations? It depends who it is. If I'm in a shop, if I'm out with the kids and they've got a baby, and I'll say, oh, isn't she gorgeous? How old is she? And I just start talking to people. If I'm in a shop and someone's looking at a top, and I'm looking at a top, and I'll say, oh, it's a nice colour, that, isn't it? And I just start talking to people. That's the key. Just talk to people. That's all you've got to do. How do you maintain your customers? Do you call them? Do you keep track? Yeah, I keep track. I've got a gel book, and I've got me pin board, and I write them down. Each time they order, I put a tick next to it, and I write the date so I know. That's how I look after them. How many minis do customers need for a month's supply? I would say they need 6 if they're drinking 60 ml a day, 6 minis. So you need 2 customers drinking the same to be able to order 12. Helen Groves, how do you overcome customers who worry about the aloe mixing with prescription medications? Well, it's not our job to make any medical claims. So I'd say to people, go and check it out with your doctor. How do you split the minis? Do you give people 6 of the whatever flavour, which is 2 litres, and charge £40? No, I charge £44 because they're ordering 2 litres, £22 a litre, so it's going to be £44. If anyone has acidity problems, is that okay to take aloe? No idea. You would have to get them to check with a doctor. What is an aloe bar? An aloe bar is where you go to a place, you take 4 of the gels with you. You take the Freedom, the Plain, the Berry, the Peach, and you get a couple of shot glasses, and you let people try it. Someone's going to be talking about this next week, so I don't want to go too much into aloe bars. How do you react when someone says they can get the product cheaper, meaning eBay and Amazon, although they shouldn't be allowed, or claim they can get it cheap from a different company? Let them. We've got a superior product. There is no aloe vera like ours. So if they're saying they're going to get it from Holland & Barrett, let them. There's no other product. You can't compare this to anything else. So let them. How do we react when people can get them on eBay and Amazon? Well, they're not getting a 60-day money back guarantee. They don't know what they're buying. They don't know if the product's in date. Leave them, move on, go and find other people. There's 64 million people in the UK Bettina Beato, the minis are the same price as the litre. Thank you. Savvy Emma, thank you. Haven't heard from you in ages. Love, oh, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. How much do you charge per mini? I never sell a mini. So 3 minis are the same as a litre. So I never sell individual minis. I think I've answered that question. I can't tell you more about the aloe bars because it's all coming next week. So don't worry, aloe bars are coming next week. How do you get round the health and hygiene legislation, letting people try? I've been asked to provide this. Health and hygiene. Well, I give them all a clean shot glass. I don't know, I've never been asked about health and hygiene. Hi Emma, do you have people who don't like the taste? All the time, I have problem with that. So yeah, when people drink the aloe and they knock it back and they pull a funny face, oh, and I go, really? It's like a shot, it's doable. And I say to them, count to 10 seconds, there's no taste there, get on with it. If people can't drink it and they're gonna scream and pull a funny face, move on, find someone else. Do you give them all an Aloe Life magazine, and is that you always sell it at least 2 litres? No, once they become a gel drinker, they initially buy 3 litres off me, and then after that they'll purchase 1 litre at a time. But what I'm finding now is most of my customers order at least 2 or 3 litres at a time. I think I've answered all of those questions there. I don't think there's anything else. I've absolutely loved doing this tonight, sharing what I believe is our best product and why I love it. I hope it's helped you. I hope it's inspired you. Get yourself to Success Day. Get yourselves to the trainings. Get yourself out there and get yourself speaking to people about the aloe, because people need these products. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Katie and to Zara, who've really helped me put all of this together at such short notice. And I'm going to close this down now. Thank you very much for joining.